You, everybody you know, and everybody that you don't know is, has, and will suffer from depression at some point in their life. And what's the treatment for depression? Medication? Giving it some time? Today I'll be going over how to cure your depression. Welcome to Mentor My Life. Depression is one of the hardest things to overcome. When you're in the middle of a depression, it feels like you may never get out, and as if there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Even though getting over depression is very hard, I believe that it is a very simple thing. Depression can be caused by many different things, such as abuse, conflict in your personal life, a loss of a loved one. Certain medications can cause someone to become depressed, and it's also genetic, so if you have a history of depression in your family, you're more likely to be depressed as well at some point in your life. I believe that to cure depression, you need to focus on 4 key aspects of your life. Those are your diet, your spirituality, what physical activities you do on a daily basis, and reconnecting with your primal self. Diet is a topic of many debates, and it seems that most experts can't agree on what's right or what's wrong when debating it. But there are a few things that just about all experts agree on when it comes to diet, and that is that you should be eating a large amount of plant foods, whether that's fruits, vegetables, nuts, or roots. Humans have adapted to be omnivores, and our ancestors generally ate a diet that was about 50% plant-based and 50% animal-based. This will ensure that you get the largest variety of nutrients. In most Western diets, people will generally eat about 30% plant foods and 70% animal foods. And from the plant foods that they do eat, only 25% of them will be fruits and vegetables, while the rest comes from different grain products. If you are in a depression, you should also switch to a more primitive eating style. Our ancestors never knew when their next meal would be, so they ate when they could. This is the reason why intermediate fasting has become so popular these days. It allows your digestive system to rest a bit. There are some experts that even recommend eating just 1 meal per day. So, to keep it basic, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, about 50% of your calories that you eat. For meats, eat only the best of quality, pasture-raised, no antibiotics or steroids. Avoid all processed foods. Stay hydrated. Drink at least half of your body weight in fluid ounces of water minimum. You also want to experiment on yourself when it comes to diet. Everybody is different. Some people do better on a vegan diet while others do better on a paleo diet. Figure out what works best for you because a healthy body equals a healthy mind. There's a saying that goes a little bit like this. The walls of hospitals have heard more prayers than the walls of churches. The reason this saying is true is because in times of turmoil and hardship, we humans look to a higher power for help and guidance. When you pray, something amazing happens to your brain. Your brain lights up with activity. Your brain starts to rewire itself and starts to grow the parts of your brain that make you feel good. Now, I'm not saying to become religious, but if that is where your higher power lies, then that's great. Your higher power could be the universe, nature, or even just a general belief in God. Find what your higher power is and pray or meditate to it. Ask it for well-being, and ask it to make you feel better. Spend at least 10 minutes a day in meditation or prayer. There are great apps such as Headspace and Calm that I love to use. By focusing on a higher power, you will begin to feel a sense of belonging and purpose in this life, which will allow you to crush your depression. Next is physical activity. We humans are the best movers on the planet. No animal can outmatch us. We climb like monkeys, we run further than horses, and we can swim like fish. Your body was designed by nature over millions of years to be the perfect mover. If you're not moving, you are literally going against your own nature, which means you are not happy. It's that simple. If you are suffering from depression, just start moving. Go for long walks. Pick up a sport. Start going to the gym. My best recommendations for movement activities are some form of martial arts such as kickboxing or jiu-jitsu. Dance is amazing because it allows you to not just move, but you have to learn to fully express yourself through your movement, and some form of yoga. Yoga will free your body of stress, relieve you of pain, you get the benefits of moving, and during yoga you are forced to focus so much that it becomes a meditation practice within itself. Lastly, to cure your depression, you need to reconnect with your primal self. Now, what do I mean by this? Nature has designed every animal to be able to survive in the environment that it lives in. We humans are no different. Our ancestors crossed the Arctic tundras. They lived in desert caves. They hunted food and lived amongst nature. They survived, and you must do the same. Put yourself in mentally and physically challenging situations and survive. The Iceman, Wim Hof, has a great saying. When you are cold, there is no depression. There is just survival. Jump into an ice bath and shock your system. Go out in nature and enjoy the beautiful greenery. Go for a run and run until you can't run anymore. Do something that frightens you, such as public speaking. Whatever it is that puts the fear of death into you, face it head on and overcome your fear. The rewarding feeling that you will get after conquering your fear will be a euphoria that even drugs can't replicate. Before I sign off here, I just want to make a quick disclosure. Any of the advice in this video is strictly just my opinion and what I have found to work for me and for the people I have taught. It is not and should never be a substitute for professional help. If you are suffering from depression, please seek professional help. But as always, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe, leave a like, comment any questions you may have down below, and catch you guys next time.